pour la classe de 2018, à la classe de 2018. Vous l'avez tous fait. Vous avez terminé cette partie de vos études. To the class of 2018, you all did it. You have completed this part of your education. Et contrairement à ce que certains d'entre vous ont pu croire, contrairement à ce que certains amis, professeurs et membres de vos familles vous ont dit, contrairement à certaines des limites que vous avez données une imagination étroite, vous avez tous survécu. And contrary to what some of you may have believed, contrary to what some friends, families, and family members may have told you, contrary to some of the limits placed on you, only by a narrow imagination, you all survived. Vivant, sain et sauf, et en un seul morceau. Alive, safe and sound, and in one piece. Ça, c'est un accomplissement. Félicitations. Now that is an accomplishment. Congratulations, class 2018. Give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you to Maya and Wilfred for introducing me. I hope you all have a good idea of who I am and where I come from, and I will try to repeat as little as possible from that thorough introduction for all of our sakes. I can't believe it has been 6 years since I was in the exact same position as you all today, graduating from the 8th grade at Robert Goddard, now Dora Kennedy, French Immersion School. Although the building has changed, many of the faces remain constant, a fact that I, personally, find incredibly comforting. It feels like just yesterday that I walked into Mr. Ngina and Mrs. Brooks' 4th grade classes, moved up to Mr. Kometa and Mr. Jecha, caused a ruckus in Mr. Mills' science class, explored French Canada with Mr. Guibert, slugged through math problems with Madame Bayou in her class, strengthened friendships at Camp Schmidt and North Bay, sang my heart out at Hershey Park with Mr. Cunningham's choir, learned the most in-depth English lessons I have ever learned in my life in Mrs. Schmidt's English class, and explored France, Spain, and Monaco with Mr. Guapu. 6 years, how time flies. An entire phase of my life was lived in this school. In the end, I was eager to jump into whatever came next, yet sometimes I found myself struggling through experiences that eventually yielded priceless lessons to me. The greatest of these being the vitality of proper time management and organization, thoughtfully expending energy, and recognizing the weight behind every decision. I entered Bard College of Simon's Rock as a college freshman at 16 years old, in what would have been my junior year in high school. As you can well imagine, this was a major change in my life, one that would pose some challenges given the unique circumstance of the early college experience. In elementary, middle, and high school, teachers, in addition to disseminating knowledge, are our guides. They counsel us with what classes to take, make us accountable for completing assignments on time, and generally push us to achieve our goals. As you move up in grades, things change. More of the responsibility increasingly gets shifted to your shoulders. Therefore, going through college, the greatest change for me was that I was now responsible for all the decisions that I made, which would invariably affect my education and thus my future. This being a new experience for me, I wanted to be fully involved in all aspects of the college life. In addition to having a full and demanding course load, I became involved in campus life in various clubs, jobs, and community service. Very quickly, however, I realized that I had taken on so much without having methods in place through which to organize and properly manage my time. Here, I advise turning to planners, sticky notes, whiteboards, calendar apps, the rest. Since I signed up for so many different activities, one thing that I ended up having to sacrifice was my sleep. However, as time wore on, I became very drained of energy despite the fact that I was doing well, both socially and academically. No matter what, self-care should be a priority. Once you've planned things out well and left yourself adequate time for leisure and sleep, actually use them for rest and relaxation. Here's a mini summary. Use your time wisely, for it is precious and you can never get it back. Put your energy towards what will build you up and add to your character. Every action decision that you take from now until your end solidifies your life's path and further narrows down what avenues are open to you in the future. Do yourself a favor and choose your path wisely. This school did not teach you to waste time. Here you did not learn to sit back and let life wash over you. Instead, you were taught to grab on to every opportunity that came your way, to always push yourselves to greater heights, and to never settle for anything less than the best, neither from others nor from yourselves. Things will not always be simple or easy. Don't say no one warned you. But like it was for me, This school has equipped you with a solid foundation and good tools for success. Use them. Many of you have been here since kindergarten. For most, this may be the only home that you have known. I started attending Robert Goddard in 4th grade, and so I only had 5 years at this institution. Yet on the day of my 8th grade graduation ceremony, although I, as I think many of you are, was excited about the next chapter of my life, I was also terrified at the prospect of leaving the building, the friends, the teachers, the staff that contributed to making this school my home for my elementary and middle school education. Yet I did it and came out all the stronger. Less than 3 weeks ago, at the age of 19, I graduated summa cum laude with a bachelor degree in pre-med and psychology from Bard College of Simon's Rock. I am one of only 8 in my graduating class to have earned high honors on a senior thesis project. I was awarded by the college's faculty as a Bachelor of Arts graduate with outstanding performance in the Department of Social Studies. I will be turning 20 years old tomorrow. It's not to brag, but to demonstrate what can be done with hard work and dedication. If you think it, you can achieve it, but the warning is, real work is required. The phrase blood, sweat, and tears can sometimes be very literal. Nevertheless, your age is not a limit to how far you should dream or how high you should reach. For my senior thesis project, I wrote almost 200 pages on the consequences of the medicalization of childbirth in the United States. Did I mention that I want to be a doctor? Yay for women and babies. But my point is this: do what you love, do what genuinely interests you. Even if a certain class or activity that catches your eye does not fit into the roadmap of your future career, don't be afraid to explore it. You never know where life's twists and turns may bring you. How did I research and write 188 pages while maintaining a 4.0 GPA in college-level classes? I chose a topic that means something to me, an area of study that has real-life implications for real individuals, and did not block off any areas of exploration from my mind. Some of you may have heard this many times, and it may sound cliche, but they call them cliches for a reason. If you follow this advice, the work that you must put in for success will never be too much. It won't be able to break you. If I and my friends who graduated from this institution, having been taught by many of the same people and nurtured by similar experiences as you, could leave the safe haven, go out into different parts of the world, pursue various areas of study, and come out content and accomplished in our pursuits, then so can you. Hold your heads up high and look to your future with optimism. Your potential is limitless. Remember the words of Napoleon Hill: if you cannot do great things, do small things in a great way. And when times get tough and the other end of your path seems distant, remind yourselves that you've come too far from where you started to quit. Although hardships will come, if you do things well and for the right reasons, it will always be worthwhile. As Robert Goddard, the former principal, Madame Lepay, always told us, and I'm sure Monsieur Abono, the current principal of Dora Kennedy, would agree, nous sommes les meilleurs, les meilleurs, les meilleurs. You are the best of the best. Never forget that. I wish you success in all of your future endeavors. Congratulations. Continue to push the boundaries and to pursue your passions. Wherever you go, on from here, always strive to make the world a better place by your contributions to society. Continue to strive for excellence in all you do, never forgetting that Dora Kennedy had a significant impact on your development as human beings. Now, take what you've learned and get busy conquering the world. And remember, no matter what, time passes. It moves on. You can either grow and mature with it, or you can be left behind. The choice is yours. May God bless you.